A lot of guys think this means dressing casually, but a lot of other guys think this means dressing casually. And whichever version of casual you like, you're not really wrong. I mean, they're both technically right. However, if you like the sweatpants look, you might think the other casual version is just way too dressed up. But if you like the sports jacket look better, you're gonna look at the other guy wearing sweatpants and wondering why he's wearing his pajamas outside. But at least for me, I guess I'm somewhere in the middle in a little place I like to call polished casual. And starting right now, I'm going to show you a bunch of different outfit ideas that I consider to be casual, but also good looking and age appropriate. Okay, first up. Now this is about as casual as I'm ever gonna go out in public. And sure, I wear sweatpants and t-shirts around the house, but never outside in public. Now this is a simple Henley, a light wash pair of denim and some white sneakers. It's super casual, but it also doesn't look sloppy, right? Because casual doesn't necessarily mean sloppy. This just looks a lot more put together. Now here's another version of something that's, again, just about as casual as I would go out in public, but this workout jacket or training jacket is actually pretty sweet. It's got a hood attached, so it's obviously casual, but the fit is nice and dialed in so it doesn't look sloppy. Okay, next I'm going with this off-white button-up, medium wash blue jeans, and of course the same white sneakers. Everything is well fitted and looks nice, but again, it's still casual. And also, keep in mind, I'm filming this video in late October, so the weather is obviously a little bit colder, so keep that in mind as we move through these outfits. And also, really quick, just a quick disclaimer, you don't have to be on board with everything that I'm going to show, but I'm just sort of throwing a lot of things at you to hopefully give you maybe some new ideas and maybe a little bit of inspiration to try something new. All right, this next one, I went with a black fitted lightweight sweater, the light wash jeans, and again, the white sneakers. Now, without a doubt, this is a very casual look, but because everything fits well, just that in itself makes everything just a little more put together. That brings us to this navy blue cable knit sweater, tan jeans, and these brown suede chukka boots. Now the denim and the boots are definitely keeping it casual, and because I'm wearing the sweater without a collar underneath, that also helps keep things casual. Now, if you wanted to step things up, I would definitely add a collar shirt under the sweater and then swap out the boots for maybe like a nice pair of leather loafers. Then we have this beautiful heavyweight cashmere quarter zip sweater that I paired up with the same jeans and chukka boots. And by the way, if you're interested in taking a closer look at some of these things that I'm wearing, Weston Boucher is sponsoring today's video, and a lot of the tops that I'm wearing and some of the pants coming up in just a minute are from Weston Boucher. I've talked about Weston before in some other videos, and they were nice enough once again to sponsor this video. Now I have a bunch of his pieces already, and I literally wear them all the time. Now Weston is a friend of mine, and he's an all-around good guy. He self-funded this clothing brand all by himself from the ground up. And like I've said before in the past, it's just been really cool watching his brand take off the way that it has. This is essentially attainable luxury for the active man. Everything is slim fit, true to size, and designed for an average to athletic build. This is designer level quality, upscale clothing for the active guy who wants to look and feel his best without breaking the bank. I've also heard from a lot of you that have purchased some of his clothing and you're loving it just like I do. And because they're a boutique brand, Weston is the lead designer and he actually listens to customer feedback. Now I'm gonna put a link down below in the description and also a discount code that will get you 15% off site-wide. I highly encourage you to go click that link and surf around their website and grab something for yourself. And also keep in mind, like I said, this is a boutique brand with limited quantities. So don't wait to place your order. If you see it and it's available, jump on it right away. All right, and like I said just a minute ago about the weather getting colder, this jacket right here can probably take you all the way through winter. It's a perfect transitional piece from fall to winter, and it's heavy enough to withstand some pretty cold weather. This thing is pretty amazing. So I put it on for the first time, And within just a few minutes, I was already getting warm. This jacket is that good. Now here's more of a polished, casual look with a pair of linen cotton blend trousers, also from Weston, with a merino wool long sleeve polo. Now I went with a casual suede loafer, but you can easily just go with like a nicer pair of shoes for something more elevated. And I think that might be the way to go if you wanted to wear something like this out to a dinner event. Okay, same basic outfit, but this time I went with a brown V-neck sweater. And just like a few minutes ago, I'm keeping it casual by not wearing a collar shirt underneath. But again, if you want to dress things up, just add a nice collar shirt, some nicer shoes, and you're good to go. All right, one more look with the trousers. I went with this medium brown long sleeve polo. But looking at it now, once I was editing this, I probably should have swapped out the shoes. But it just sort of is what it is for this one. The light colored trousers with that medium brown polo are definitely giving fall vibes in a good way. And that brings us to this chocolate brown sweater, light gray chinos, and brown loafers. Now this could easily be a nice lunch or a nice dinner combination, or really just kind of a go anywhere, do anything look. Now I would admit though that if it's really cold or wet outside, swapping out the shoes for a good pair of boots would be a pretty good idea. I live in Southern California, so this pretty much works for me year round. Then I went with this beautiful cashmere sweater, but kept everything else the same. Now this is also from Weston Boucher, and it's one of my favorite sweaters. Sweaters are just kind of my thing this time of year because they just always work. And it makes sense, right? Because the weather is cool. You can get something in like a lightweight sweater or a heavier weight version. You can wear it by itself to make it casual or dress it up with a collar underneath. Sweaters just always work. Now I'm bringing things back to a little more casual aesthetic with this hoodie. So look, I get that hoodies are a thing and a lot of people like to wear hoodies. So if you're going to wear a hoodie, why not make it something nicer like this? The shoulder detail is super cool. This ribbed corduroy pattern is definitely next level. It also fits better than those typical boxy sweatshirt hoodies. And once again, gentlemen, go check out Weston Boucher at the link in the description and use the code to get yourself 15% off site-wide. And as always, my friends, thank you so much for watching. Live well, and I'll see you in the next one.